What causes unclear job expectations for employees? So to answer this question, let's use a simple framework that I use. And if you're new to this channel, think of any problem just like a tree. The tree gets its water source from its roots to stay alive, right? The same way, what you can see, feel, or touch is just a symptom of the problem. And a problem goes much deeper. It has many factors, several root causes, but all you can see is the symptom at the top. So technically, if you fix the root causes, you can fix the factors and ultimately the symptom itself. So let's try and paint a bigger picture that looks more like this. And feel free to take a screenshot. We start with the symptom, dive into the factors and why it exists, and then branch out to the root causes. So let's start with the symptom, which is the fact that many employees discover that the job they have accepted is much different from what they had initially expected. Vaguely defined jobs may lead to unclear job expectations and subpar performance levels. To understand this symptom, we'll break it into the top 3 factors on why this happens. And the first factor is that priorities and responsibilities are not always clearly defined between the employee and the manager. For example, job descriptions may be vaguely defined, but what exactly do you need to prioritize from day one is something that you don't clearly understand. But why? And the first root cause is that sometimes an employee may feel it is the manager's job to set clear expectations and not take the initiative to start the discussion. So we wait for instructions and it never comes. So the lack of initiative is something that employees actually do have control over. And moreover, leaders on the other hand, who underestimate the value of ongoing feedback may eventually struggle to actively collaborate with their team members. And these result in many employees having unclear job expectations. Now, factor number 2 is blurred vision of what success looks like. Think about it. If you don't know exactly what you need to aim for, then hitting the target is almost impossible, right? But that's because employers who fail to define a clear long-term strategy will suffer to connect the dots on how each job relates to the company's vision. Every job has a purpose, and if that purpose doesn't connect with the company's vision, then it's hard to see how a person with that job can move the needle. And moreover, company leaders who are unaware of what metrics or targets impact the company, they will have a hard time communicating to the employees, and employees may not have enough skin in the game to have or make a meaningful impact that brings positive results. Because employees want to help and contribute in helping the company achieve success, unless you don't know what success looks like. And the final factor of unclear job expectations is because of an ineffectual or poor quality of the recruitment and hiring process. Well, why is that? Well, it is because if candidates don't ask job-related deeper questions in the interview process, they will come out with a vague understanding of the job. Now, if you get a job offer and accept the job, you'll go into this job with a vague understanding of what this job is all about, right? And finally, selecting candidates with the right qualifications, but little cultural fit may eventually lead to confusion between both parties. Interviewers may have many subjective ways to evaluate a candidate, but many make the mistake of not understanding how this role helps them succeed in fostering a positive culture in the workplace. So let's recap. These are the top 6 root causes why employees may have unclear expectations of their jobs. First, many employees may not take the initiative to solicit the manager's inputs and wait for instructions. Managers, on the other hand, may not think that ongoing feedback is important with their employees. Company without a long-term strategy will struggle to communicate how each job connects to the vision. And therefore, if employees don't know what success looks like, then they may lack enough skin in the game. Candidates who are not curious enough to ask deeper questions will end up taking jobs with very little understanding. And finally, employers who don't select candidates without understanding their cultural impact will lead to selecting the wrong people. So here is my question to you. What is your number one problem-solving tip to fix these root causes? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment below. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, help me by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and sharing with a friend. I'll see you in the next problem-solving exercise.